All right, everybody. How are we doing today? Cobra back again. It's Friday. As I mentioned, today is going to be kind of a longer video, more in depth. There's a lot of things that I want to go over in terms of like monthly, weekly, daily resistances, Elliott-Wave, structure formation, a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get into it now. I'm waiting for the PPI reports to come out this morning for Forex. It's pretty early here. It's like 8 a.m. I just woke up. So let's go ahead and just go over this real quick. So I am currently on the weekly chart, and I just want to look at some candlestick formation real quick, just some of the basics. What we have over here is a bearish engulfing candle. And then like I explained on my Monday video, we just kind of had these like bullshit candles here, right? You know, doji, spinning top, doji. Now we're actually getting what is right now a bearish hammer. So it's not looking too good on the weekly chart in terms of our indicators here. We've got it looks like our MACD, if this candle ends up closing to the downside here, if we move much lower than this before the end of the week, we're probably going to end up having the beginning of the entrance to the bearish side on this MACD here. The ATR is very low, which means that I expect a move to be coming very shortly. Our RSI is flat. So those are all indicators to me that something here is going to be happening very shortly. We're also sitting directly under, if you guys just caught that before it went away, we're sitting directly under this point of control here. Now, I'm going to bring this up to a daily chart first. We've got our low, we've got a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low here. We put in our first higher low on the 5th. So basically on the weekly. And then we've got a higher high that we just got yesterday or 2 days ago. And now I'm assuming that we're going to come in for a higher low here. And I want to explain why I put the higher low right here at the top of this green box that I've drawn. So the reason why is because if you take your fib retracement and you measure this swing right here, the top of that box lines up perfectly with our golden pocket right now. So those levels are going to be right in here. It's about 9,050. The high is about 9,075. The low is about, like 9,050 basically. I'm not going to get into exact numbers, but it's right here. So I am definitely expecting a higher low to form. We definitely have to maintain 8,900. If we break down past 8,900, then this higher high was basically nothing more than a bull trap. And we're going to come in for a new higher low to probably retap this bottom at about 88.25 or so. So that's what I would be expecting if we ended up breaking down past this previous low at 88.95. So that's what I'm expecting there. Let me go down to a 4 hour and just show this in a little bit more detail here. Whenever you have text boxes, they never link to the candles. You kind of have to move them around. It's a pain in the ass. TradingView, if you're watching, please fix that. Anyway, so what I wanted to show here was we've got a really, really nice range that we have going on here, right? So our weekly high is also our monthly high, and our weekly low is now also our monthly low. Our monthly open is also sitting right on top of our weekly open, and we've got this nice range here with our June open. I don't know why I still have this here. June open is maybe just maybe $100 or so above July's open. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. We don't really need that anymore. But anyway, we've got this really interesting range. This line of support and resistance that I have is one of the points of control, but our main point of control is down here. Oh, and what do you know? It lines right up with this 618. So this is kind of looking like it might be a 5-wave sequence that's starting to form since we're getting a pop here. So it's looking like this is maybe like a 1-2. You know, this was like a 3 and we're coming in for a 4 and then maybe back down for a 5. So I'll take a look at that in just one moment. But this, for the most part, is what I'm expecting to happen in terms of higher lows and stuff like that. We need to keep a higher low here, and we need to keep this this trend line. I'll draw a trend line here. we need to hold this trend line. Like if we're going to come down, we got to make a higher low. Even if we're going to hit 786, that's totally fine. You know, this higher low can be down here, but we have to hold this trend line. We have to make a higher low here if we want any chance of trying to sweep these weekly and monthly highs and putting in a new high for the month at about $9,500. We really, really need to do that. We need to start seeing closes above 9,500 for the bullish case to continue. The bulls are running out of time here. Putting in a higher low here is an absolute necessity if the bulls want to keep this running. If we end up getting a higher low here, I would be starting to ladder in longs with a very tight stop, probably just below our monthly low. And that would probably be my plan, is like long the bottom of this box, you know, because once this higher low is met or surpassed, that would invalidate my trading plan for this. I'm going to go over just my long-term bearish count first. For those of you that haven't seen this yet, I pretty much have this entire structure here since 20K. I have this entire thing as just a massive triangle and just as a massive A, B, C, D, E, and that we're coming in for our E wave now. Now, obviously, this can get invalidated by this just being a massive ABC, being a flat correction, and this is the start of a new impulse. That's completely possible. I'm not really going to get too heavy into this. On my other count, I think it's down here. Yeah, let's look at the 4-hour chart. All right, so there's a lot of disputes, and I just changed this count. There's only a couple other people that I've seen on Twitter that have a similar count to this, and I want to go over just a couple things here. So this entire first structure here is a real pain in the ass to deal with. This is the best count that I could come up with for this. So I've got this as a 1, 2, and this is a major extended 3 all the way to up here. And then we've got this very, very small, minuscule 5-wave count into a 1, zigzag to a 2, 5 into another on the very minuscule count here into a 1. I don't have that count shown. And then this entire thing is a 5-wave sequence for our wave 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into our 3. All right. Does that make everybody making sense so far? Okay, good. So I think I might actually have these ones reversed. No, I don't. Okay. So anyway, then we start getting up here, right? This was a flat correction. I've got this as a flat correction for a 4. We've got a minuscule count into our 5. So because this third wave was so extended, that's why this 5th wave ended here. Now, for the larger count, this whole wave 1, 2, 3 with a super, super extended 3, I'm basically calling this entire structure now a giant wave 4. So I have this labeled as basically an ABC into a W. This looks like another 3 wave here into a X, and then this would be another 3 wave into a Y. So I'm basically proposing that this is a 333 correction for a flat, and then we would continue upwards. So now, where is my wave 5? Why is my wave 5 up here? Well, my wave 5 is up there because if you do a fib pull from the top of my proposed 3 to the bottom of my proposed 4, which would be, again, about $8,900. Remember that channel on my other chart? Well, I've got it drawn here too. And this is another reason why I'm looking for this. Remember all of those higher lows and lower high labels that I had? I could put them on this chart too, but there's really no need because you can point them out very easily. High, low, lower high, you know, lower low, lower high. You know, this was a first higher low. So, you know, I'm proposing that if we get a higher low here and we get anything above, you know, 8,900, you know, this last wick, this is where our target would be for the upside. It would be up here at our 1618 extension. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a pretty cut and dry count. I know that this isn't a very popular count, especially when it comes to Twitter. This count gets a lot of hate, mostly because of this first structure in here, and I totally understand that. But I mean, for me, this just makes the most sense. I've got 5 waves into this third with the 1 starting here. I've got my 5 waves on the minuscule scale into this 1, and then this 1 through 5 count is the, 5 waves of that counts 3. So it does make sense to me. It's a little bit of a clusterfuck. I don't know why I didn't think about labeling it this way before. If you point anything out that you think is incorrect, let me know down in the comments below. I'll take a look at it. But for me, in terms of a bullish count, this is the best thing that I got for you. This is the best bullish count that I can come up with, that, fits the bullish bias, just like, my other count or whatever. Where is it? Fucking chart do I have it on? I don't even know what chart I have it on anymore. This one. Bam, there it is. This bearish count, this fits the bearish bias very well, calling this huge thing a triangle, and we're going to come down. Now, the other thing too is that we don't have to test the bottom of this triangle. We don't have to come all the way down to 4,200. But if you look, one of the things that's really interesting, and I forgot to show this before, I'll do it now. If you take our high to low here, high at 20K all the way down to our low, we hit golden pocket perfectly, right? And this is something that not very many people show. We hit this golden pocket perfectly, right? So then if you measure from that low to high, and this is why this is a triangle, we came down and, we hit golden pocket here again. So now what's happening here is you've got inside pivots, and that's a really important thing to notice. When you pull from here, you basically you get the 0.5 at least. And another thing that I thought was really interesting is this on the way up. On the way up from this high to this low, this was a super clear, perfect break of an impulse. Like when you shoot through the 618 and the 786 like that in basically one freaking candle, that is super indicative of an impulsive move or the start of a trend change. When you see something like this happen, we went all the way from 0.5 and we just did not slow down until we broke 886. That was really good. We used the 382 as support. A lot of people long this, and we just shot straight up basically. Now, is shooting straight up healthy? No, of course not. That's why we got this major dump afterwards. So I think this actually hit the 382 as well. If you measure from here to here, I think we almost nailed. Yeah, we almost hit it perfectly. Almost. I mean, not almost perfectly, but we hit basically 8,100 for the retest. So it wasn't that bad. But from here, hit 0.5 perfect. So anyway, all of these, I mean, you can tell that these are algo pulls. Like it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. And this 236 has been support for quite some time now. So I know that in the past, especially for this bearish count, I've been calling for, like 6,300, and at first, at least 8,000, and then possibly a retest of 7,200, which is why I'm saying that, we could get something like this, where we just see one of these and then go off. We could also just see this and then go off. There's nothing that says that we have to absolutely test the bottom of this trend line for this E wave. It just has to be higher than C and lower than D. And technically it's valid. Anyway, guys, that's really all I got for you today. I don't want to super bore you with the whole, just drabbling on for no reason. Check out all the links below. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. I got a contest going on. I'm really trying to break 5,000 followers. For those that follow me already, thank you very much. I really appreciate the love and support. Again, if you notice something that's wrong with my accounts or whatever, you want to throw some shade, totally fine. I'm still learning. I don't claim to be like a super pro or anything like that at Elliott-Wave theory, but I do have a link down in the description below. If you would like to learn more about Elliott-Wave theory, you can go ahead and get a free copy of this Elliott-Wave book by Frost and Prechter for free in PDF version down in the links below. So make sure that you check all that stuff. Make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a nice day. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.